Most people have boxes in their homes of old family photos and heirlooms. But not Richard Rabin. His box in his Massachusetts house contains history.
Plumbing and Heating Contractors Trade Journal, 1931.
History of the country's powerful lead industry. Records dating back over a century to a time where industry leaders didn't warn the public against the dangers of lead. Instead, they promoted the use of them.
How is lead exposure so detrimental to somebody's health?
The question could almost be put in reverse. You could ask, what organ system doesn't lead affect people? Okay, it affects your kidneys, your liver, your blood, your heart, your nervous system.
So when he sees these ads, it makes his blood boil. Rabin says the biggest group, the Lead Industries Association, or LIA, played perhaps the largest role in this messaging.
They sent around their agents around the country to talk to the people who made the codes, the people who worked with lead pipe. And as a result, a lot of cities and towns that would otherwise have eliminated lead pipes continued to use them.
Where does LIA, the Lead Industry Association, do they still exist? Where do they stand today?
I'm laughing because the lead paint companies were being sued by the state of Rhode Island back in the 90s, and they sued the Lead Industries Association primarily so they could get the documents that the Lead Industries Association had. But it became very costly for the LIA to be involved with these lawsuits, so it declared bankruptcy. So they don't exist anymore as an association. So they were off the hook, so to speak.
Today, Rabin uses these old files to raise awareness. Since discovering the ads and public meeting minutes, he's published his findings in the National Institute of Health, writing about how the LIA's activities over several decades contributed to the present-day public health and economic cost of lead pipes.
Do you think there's a direct correlation between the history that we've had in this country with promoting lead and what we're noticing today?
Of course. I mean, we have a legacy of anywhere from 6 to 9 to 12 million homes that have lead pipes. And not only homes, but now we're also talking about schools that are have so many lead pipes coming into their buildings. We have a legacy of a history of an industry that promoted its product, ignored the public health warnings, and now we're paying the price.
Today, the federal government is pushing to remove every lead pipe across America with funding from the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act and the EPA's Get the Lead Out initiative. As water systems work to identify and remove their lead service lines, Rabin is glad to finally see some progress, but is cautiously optimistic.
Are you confident that this could be done within the next 10 years across America?
With the goodwill, with the political will, yes. Now, with the new presidential administration that we have, it's not clear to me that they're going to go forward with policies that were established under the previous administration. We'll find out in the next months and years whether they're going to go forward with that. I'm not hopeful.
But with lead poisoning still a public health threat, 100 years after these records were written, Rabin can only hope America can eliminate this exposure once and for all.
We have to get rid of these lead pipes.
Until then, he'll safeguard these records in this box, sharing his research with anyone who will listen, as a grim reminder of what happens when words can literally harm you, doing more bad than good.